Rajo here with the Substream, and I gotta say it's pretty disappointing the way this summer has been going. It's just been really crappy. Just lots of gray days, lots of rain, no sun, no heat. I've barely played any tennis this summer. I got a softball game tonight, probably gonna get canceled, but I don't know, despite the way things have been going weather-wise, there are things that I've been able to do to sort of not get totally depressed and want to kill myself. One of them was going to see an awesome documentary called Rocksteady, The Roots of Reggae. This was basically like a 2-hour trip to the Caribbean. It was just what I needed, especially on a day like today. This is a slick and well put together film that documents the reunion of several key players of Jamaica's 1960s rocksteady sound. This film gently bounces around between reunion and performance and an oral telling of the musical history and the social history of 1960s Kingston, while in a way that's as laid back as the music itself, stitching together a cohesive and loving reminiscence of a short-lived but important era in Jamaica's history. Rocksteady was the more down-tempo sound that bridged the gap between early 60s Jamaican ska and late 60s reggae, which, of course, with the help of Bob Marley, remains hugely popular across the globe. If you have an aversion to Jamaican music, then you should probably steer clear of this film entirely. But if you have even a mild curiosity, then I strongly suggest you check it out, especially if you're fans of films from the past like Buena Vista Social Club or Standing in the Shadows of Motown. Like those films, Rocksteady does a fantastic job of bringing together seasoned musicians that actually have a cool story to tell, thanks in part to their important role in the exploration of new musical territory. In an age where we don't see a lot in the way of innovation in terms of the way our modern music is evolving, it's absolutely fascinating to hear a singer like Hopeton Davis talk about how he couldn't keep up with the fast tempo of the ska beat, so he asked the band to slow it down a little, thus giving birth to the Rocksteady sound. It's fun little creative flashes like that in musical history that inspire and uplift as much as the music that comes out of them does. The film editors have done a tremendous job with this film by seamlessly intercutting modern footage with that of black and white stock footage of 1960s Kingston, Jamaica. They elegantly underscore the differences and the parallels between then and now. And in a film like this, that could easily have been done way more heavy-handedly, but thankfully it wasn't. Of course, it does help that they had some beautiful footage to work with. This film looks absolutely gorgeous. But the crown jewel of the film, of course, as expected, is the music. Throughout the film, these musicians perform a bunch of Rocksteady standards in a recording studio in the days leading up to their big reunion concert in Kingston. And going into the film, knowing that I was going to see some performances captured on film as they were happening, I was worried that the performances might be a little polished, maybe a little too clean, thanks to the modern recording equipment they're using as opposed to what they had back in the 60s. But thankfully, the music sounds just as authentic as you'd hope, and despite a few deserved vocal liberties taken by some of the singers, every song sounds just as great as the original, if not better. No, not better. Just as great. So go see this film and get out of the rain. It's entertaining, it's informative, and it will definitely put a smile on your face. I give it 9.2 out of 10. It was that good.